block. So it's like, I have no reason not to feel confident. Brad and I will get on a call tomorrow to go over the game plan so we can get that knocked out. That way I can focus on all the work and game planning stuff I have to do throughout this week for my clients who are competing as well. But yeah, man, it was great. It was such a good session. And I'm just excited to be on the platform and to have fun, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that was the main, like, you know, thing I learned that I went over, like, you know, the first video of this press series, like, it's got to be fun. And this has been a lot of fun. Like, despite all the different circumstances and there's something juggling, it's just been enjoyable. And I feel like I'm going to have the most fun on the platform that I've had in a long time. Not just because of the value that I'm placing on the meet itself and my goals, but just because of the people that I get to compete with, right? Like, you know, aside from the fact that I'll be handling my clients in the later session, you know, like Bob, Ashton, and Sean, but being able to compete with people like, you know, like Christy and Josh Hall, like, even though I was happy to PR the total, it's like, it wasn't the year that I thought it was going to be, right? And it's easy to have a year like that. Me and Chris were talking about this earlier today. Like, it's easy to have a year like that and just quit or just be like, maybe this isn't for me. Like, it's like at that point, it's like, hey, you know what? I've done it for this long. I managed to you know, to barely get this 5K GPR. Let's end on the high note. Let's just leave, right? But it wouldn't have truly been a high note. It would have been a low note. So it felt like, dang, I didn't really do what I wanted to do. I'm not really at where I want to be. So I think the main thing that I learned in my 9th year of powerlifting was you got to just take the highs and the lows. It's going to happen, because that not only in training, but in life, right? You're going to get hit in the face. It's going to happen. And you got to just get back up, and you got to get up and swing back, basically. That's what it comes down to. It's like you got to keep pushing and not give up on yourself. I think it's totally fine to step away from something when you've been doing it for a long time and you've had a lot of success with it, and you just decided that I want to go do something else, or hey, I don't enjoy this so much. That's fine. But I feel like 9.9 times out of 10, because there's always exceptions, but 9.9 times out of 10, stepping away from something when you're at a low point of it is not worth it. You'll be far more satisfied and be able to be far more objective with if it's time to... Yes, baby girl.
Can you help me make a closet for my Lego princess?
Yes, baby. Let Daddy finish this video, and then I'll be in there and I'll help you, okay? Okay, come here. I'll be right in, okay? You want to stay with me? Okay, that's fine. You can do your thing. What was I saying? Yeah, you're just going to be in a much better spot if you don't allow yourself to give up when you're at a low point of something. You'll be far more objective and be able to really say that, okay, yes, I'm truly happy to walk away from this if you do so when things are actually going relatively well, right? So I'm glad I've stuck with things, man. Like, I'm glad that I'm still doing my thing. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily compete next year or not, but that won't be from a lack of enjoyment or giving up on myself because I'm coming off of a low. Hopefully I'll be coming off a high. We'll see next weekend. But it'll be more so just because of circumstances and where things are at, as y'all can see. But yeah, I'm excited. I think next week is going to be great. I'm super happy with how today went, and I'm super stoked because this prep series has been awesome. I appreciate you guys who've stuck with me. So yeah, I don't care if there's a powerlifting recession. I'm gonna still work my butt off and do everything I can to be the best coach I can be. I don't care if I'm having some downturns with training sometimes. I'm gonna work my butt off and I'm gonna go out there on SBD Austin and I'm gonna PR my total. I'm gonna get my 10 years of doing this. Because even at the high level, man, how many powers can say that you've done this for 10 years and that you got better for all 10 years? Even so the best of the best have stalls, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, and that matters to me. That has value to me. I don't care what it means to anybody else. Even a world title only means so much to somebody. That's why some are like, oh, I care about world titles. Others like, oh, I care about total. I care about dots. What has value is up to you. And for me, like SB Austin, that's my wins. That's my Sheffield. So yeah, it's a local meet. Like for me, that has value. That matters. So I'm gonna put forth my best foot forward, no matter how tired I am, no matter what I'm going through, because it matters to me, and that's all that matters. Right? Regardless of what anybody else thinks about it. Like, look, man, this is the first meet I've done in a long time, because I've done meets where I compete with my clients. This is the first meet in a long time where I truly can say I care just as much about my own performance as my clients. I care just as much about how I do as what Bob does, because I know what I've gone through this year, and I know what these 10 years of powerlifting have led up to and what that means to me. And I know that if not for some of the stuff that I went through earlier, in these earlier years, I wouldn't have been mentally prepared to deal with what I'm dealing here. Right? And that's the way I look at it. Sometimes we look at the challenge thing you're going through as such a harsh, negative thing. But sometimes what you're going through is to prepare you to be better equipped for the next challenge that's gonna come. Because if this would have happened to me even 5 years ago, bro, it would have broke me. I promise you it would have. But because of things I've gone through before now, it's like, okay, I can see how even some of the bad things I went through, God used that to sharpen me and equip me to be better prepared for this. And it's not just about me, right? That's why I want to show out at SPD Austin, because even though, yeah, this is for me and I put value on it, like I said, I am those to most people. Most of us aren't going to go to Worlds or Nationals. So I want to show that you can still find value in this sport. You can still find something you care about in the sport and work towards it and get just as much satisfaction and fulfillment out of it as somebody who goes to Worlds or as somebody who goes to Sheffield. It's all about what you choose to place your value in, right? And not in the sense of validating yourself through it. I'm validated through Christ and Christ alone. Because guess what? Someone can break my legs and I can never powerlift again. All my clients can drop me and then I'm not a coach anymore, right? My wife could leave me. God forbid something happens to my kids, right? All that can be taken away from me. But my faith in Christ, no one can take that from me. So that's what I care about. It's not that I don't care about these other things, but that's my priority. And because of that, though, it leads me to be better in all these other areas. It leads me to be a better coach, better father, better lifter, everything, right? So for me, that's why this meet means so much to me, because it's not just the meet for me. It's a accumulation of all these things I've gone through the past 10 years. And even though it's just 9 lifts and it's just a total, I know in the background what all leads to that performance, right? So yeah, that's why SPD Austin matters to me more than any meet that I've done. Because like I said, a lot of people have main character syndrome, but it's like, I know I'm not the main character. Like, God is, Christ is, right? But I'm just grateful to be a part of the process. And I know that what I do goes beyond just me. It's an impact on other people. And if I can go out there and show out that, hey, look, man, despite having a full-time roster, despite spending most of this year concerned about my health, despite the fact that I just had a newborn, if I can go out there and still do my thing, then why can't you go ace that test? Why can't you get that job promotion? Why can't you push through the obstacles you're going through in your marriage? You can. It's just having a willingness to do it. And it's like, once again, not even giving yourself an option for certain things. Giving up's not an option. It's just not. It's not even on the table. It's not even something that I consider. You know what I mean? And if you have that type of mentality with different aspects of your life where you're just like, I'm not going to drop the ball here. I don't care if so-and-so did and still made it. I'm not going to drop the ball here. I'm not going to drop the standard here. You are going to live a better, more fulfilling life, because every time when you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, before you go to bed, look in the mirror, you can say, like, I am truly doing the best that I can. And what more can you ask for?